North Korea is threatening a preemptive nuclear strike against the U.S. in advance of the United Nations vote to impose sanctions. Those sanctions against North Korea come in response to the country's latest nuclear test. A correspondent for Sky News says Pyongyang's tough talk is just a way to counter the threat of UN sanctions.
On the face of it, pretty alarming stuff. North Korea simply doesn't have the ability to carry out a nuclear attack against the United States. But the rhetoric comes out, and I think it is just that, bluster and rhetoric.
That so-called rhetoric, issued via state media, called impending UN sanctions part of a war of aggression by the U.S. A writer for the Washington Post says North Korea often becomes particularly combative in the run-up to and aftermath of UN sanctions. It typically describes the sanctions as a thinly veiled effort by larger nations to cause its collapse, playing to a national narrative that says it must build up its army to defend sovereignty. A spokesman for South Korea's defense ministry says North Korea is conducting a series of unusual military drills. Both South Korea and the U.S. are watching to see if those exercises show signs of scaling to an actual attack. According to NBC, South Korea said it would strike back at North Korea and target its top leadership if Pyongyang attacks. North Korea has also threatened to end the Korean War ceasefire that's been in place since 1953, with talk of striking the South on the armistice's anniversary on March 11th. The UN is set to vote on sanctions on Thursday. For Newsy, I'm Logan Tittle. Multiple sources, a broader view.